Lisa.
And Mark.
Saturday morning road trip.
Dump day.
We are just on our way to the dump. We have a truck full of stuff from the basement that we need to get rid of. Yep, and I will be staying in the car.
The JOHO muscles on duty.
Yeah. Fun wow. This next stop was recommended by my brother. He suggested we go there because he thought that we might find a vanity for our very distant future in our master bathroom renovation. So we went to check it out, and we were pretty giddy because we haven't been to this particular location and we wanted to check out all the goodies that they had. And we thought, hey, why not take you guys along with us? If you've never been to one of these stores before, there are so many treasures waiting to be bought. So this was one of the main reasons why we came, was this vanity. And to be honest, I didn't love the color. I knew I would have painted it, but regardless, it was way too big for the spot that we are going to eventually need it for. So we passed, but kept on looking.
Oh, nice.
That's nice. I'd love that in the laundry room.
Oh, in the laundry.
Yeah.
Isn't that tile downstairs? You want to split a falafel ball with me? It's a little aperitif. Trial sample.
Cheers to another good and productive weekend.
Cheers to that.
Hey everybody, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Mark. We are the JOHOs.
We are the
And welcome to part 2 of our laundry room makeover.
big steps, but I don't know that you guys will notice massive steps.
The bear project.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was going to be such a big project.
Yeah. Why do you think I've been delaying for so long? Last week we got the demo all out of the way. So if you haven't seen part 1,
Yes, I will link that in the description box below and you can catch up, if anything, for the shenanigans from that last video.
oh my gosh, yes.
Not much DIYing at the beginning of the video. We did more of
EDLing.
ooh, EDL, eat, drink, oh, and laughing. Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen that, like I say, we'll link it below. You can check it out. It was a fun weekend and we needed it.
Yeah. Hashtag SnowRunner. That's all I gotta say.
1979.
Most fun I've ever had on any motorized device.
I was a little scared. But anyways. While Mark's downstairs working away, I stay out of his way. So I like to keep busy on a Saturday or Sunday, whatever the day. My plants were looking really sad. I think it's just because it's winter and we really don't have, we have light in the house, but mostly at the back of the house. It's not the best lighting. Let's just leave it there. So over the past couple of years, I've really become a plant mama. Everybody's laughing at me, I know, but if you know about plants. Like I just love them. I just wanted to spruce up my plants and make them a little happier. So this is what I'm just gonna pick off the yellow leaves. And I propagated it, so it's actually not doing too badly. It's just kind of one-sided. So I'm trying to work on some for this side. So I have one there and I have one there, and see the leaf? I'm gonna have to let that mature a little bit more in the water. See, like it was kind of real gnarly, so I'm trying to get it to a little bit better in there. I might actually have to move this to a different pot because the holes are on the back here. Take this off without dropping it. It hangs and you can only fill it to a certain point, which is fine for most, but this little guy is so scraggly. I think I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna change that right now. My parents gave me this plant food. I'm thinking it has all kinds of nutrients and vitamins for the plants. I'm gonna say it maybe is a Miracle Grow product. I don't really know, to be honest with you. They just handed me a little bag of pebbles. I'm just gonna put some in and hope that the plants get some extra nourishment that they need over these winter months. How sweet is this? It looks to be handmade. I got it at the thrift store a couple weeks ago and planning on putting it in the powder room that we've just newly renovated. And if you haven't checked that out, check that video out in the link below. But in the meantime, I'm just going to use it to stash my earrings and my hair clips in it. So this little cutie, what I actually did was I had an old plastic container that I spray painted, oh gosh, a couple years ago with some chalk paint and popped some holes in the bottom, and I'm using it for a sweet planter, and this plant is pretty happy right where he is. Now I've also taken a couple clippings from this plant to kind of bulk it up a little. One of my good friends gave it to me. How cute is it? I've just put a little tiny bit of water in a cup and put the off cuttings in it to hopefully get some roots, and these little guys are really easy to propagate. So these were some propagated plants that I've just kind of jammed into the dirt because the roots were quite long. So I want to replant this one and also this sad little spider plant. And I'm hoping with some decent soil and a little bit of nutrients, this little guy is going to grow a little bit bigger. Other than that, he's pretty low maintenance. So on our outing today, I actually grabbed some potting soil and some perlite. Now I've never actually used this white stuff perlite before, but I kind of wanted a better drainage and something to let the moisture through, because a lot of these plants don't love to be soaking wet all of the time. So let's see how that works. And with this added to it, it just helps to drain it a lot better. I just thought I'd pop back on here real quick and tell you guys, anytime you'll see a pink heart on the screen beside the plant, those are the plants that I find very grower friendly, especially if you're a beginner like myself. But I've actually managed to keep a lot of these plants alive. A lot of plants I just won't buy anymore because they're so impossible to grow unless you have like the perfect lighting condition, and nobody's got time for that unless you live in a greenhouse. Alright, so this is so much better. It's just this little guy is way leggy. So what I might do, I don't really want to hurt him yet right now. I'll leave this on the side of the window so it grows really well faster, maybe. Because it stretches for the light, so it might start to eventually even itself out somewhere, somehow. But this little guy, this rogue little piece, bury him back down in the dirt. I need to get you adjusted for your long life in here. If you guys wanted to find out any of the names of these plants and maybe see their baby pictures, I will link a video, an early video below. Kind of cringy, but it's informative, so I guess that's all that matters.
Let's have a recap of what happened in the basement last week.
Yes.
So here we are at the original laundry room. You've got the angled wall that's on the right hand side, and we've got to clear that out. So started by taking the angled wall down, and what I actually decided to do was take the entire wall out and just go straight back to the back wall, because it's just going to be easier to do all the plumbing and machine moving and wall building with that extra wall down. So we're at that stage now where I've got to start moving this plumbing. It's something that I've been avoiding because plumbing's rough work. You get it wrong and you have to redo everything, or at least the part that went wrong. So I've been doing plumbing on these kinds of DIYs for a few years now, so I'm pretty confident and it just takes experience. You'll get there too. Got to disconnect the washer dryer, move them out of the way, you hoses off, get the appliances unplugged, disconnect the vent, pull them out from where they are sitting, and eventually start disconnecting all the plumbing. A number of months ago I saw there was an 8-pack of furniture casters or movers that were on sale, and I knew this was going to be coming up eventually. So I managed to pick them up and remembered where I put them, because that doesn't happen, just for moving the washer dryer out of the way.
That was actually shocking that he found them.
And who doesn't like a furniture mover pack with a tiger on it? Dora. Hi. What are you doing? What are you looking for? No curiousness. No curiousness for you. And then of course the final step is to just give it a little cleanup and find out that this is definitely a moccasin someone else has been walking.
Mark!
Alright, with the washer dryer out of the way, I can start cutting the pipes. So obviously turn the mains off first, turn the main water line off, and then drain all of your pipes. Open up all of your taps and your tubs. It just helps to let the water drain faster. And as it was, the water took like, I don't know, it was like a half an hour to drain completely out. It was frustrating. But once you get the water drained, you get the taps cut off, and you see I used a very small pipe cutter to get behind the wall here where it's so close to the wall. And then you move on to the actual welding. The welding is kind of tricky because I was close to a lot of the actual main drainage pipes for the house. So I didn't want to use the cutting torch or the propane torch that close to them. So I laid them all out for a dry fit first, and then welded them away, most of the welds away on the floor, held onto so I was getting the right angles, and then at the end put it in place and attached to the mains. So there's a tool to scour the inside of the copper pipe when you're welding it. There's special sandpaper to use for the outside of the pipe before you weld it. There's also this flux. It's a flux resin you put on all the parts that you're going to be joining together, because it scours any impurities off of the copper piping. And when you see that green glow, that's when the solder gets sucked into between the pipes and gets a really solid weld. Well, it's the moment of truth. I'm not going to do anything with the drains yet because that has to set, but the water lines should be good. There we go. Let's see if the pressure holds. That's off. That's off. All right, everything's off. I don't see any leaks, but that means nothing. Leaks can come at any time. I'll be watching you. And there you have it.
That's it.
Plumbing's moved, washer dryer in place, and now you can use the laundry room for one more week before we do more madness.
Yeah.
Don't forget to do all the things.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, and turn on your post notification bells, and with that you will get notified every single time we upload a new video, which is
every Saturday morning. Thanks everybody.
Guys. Oh, that's awesome.
I fall down. White, bright, what could you build with him?
Okay.
Here's just a little sneak peek of what's to come next week on the JOHOs. If you guys enjoyed this video, here's a couple more for you to watch.